Hey guys, how you doing? This is Bobby Davis. I'm here in the tech capital of the world, Kernersville, North Carolina. I am joined by my producer, Kevin Doyle, the best producer on planet Earth. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, good.
Check out this back here. Look what we have like up here and down here and stuff.
Yeah, we got a new background.
we got a new background, and it's a hint, kind of.
It's a hint. So we've been teasing for the last couple of weeks. We have got something new. We've got a big announcement, and we do have a big announcement. Actually, we have a couple announcements, but we got one that's bigger than the other.
We do. We'll talk about them at like 12:56, maybe. You guys think no, we won't. It's like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, but it's not. It's clearly so. Rafael Hernandez says, "That's it, folks. New background, going home." So like, it's not the background. It's a hint. It's a hint of what's coming. So like,
it's a hint. It's a hint. It is a hint.
Say hello to some people, and then we'll get into this and let everyone know what we're doing.
Yeah, definitely. So MSV's here again. Hey, MSV, welcome back. John B is here. Adam's here. Look, something old, something new, something work, something Coda Foundry Orange. Ooh,
okay.
Okay. Is it?
It's actually blue and yellow, but you know, it's.
Is it? Matt's here. Hey, Matt. Hope class is going good.
Yeah.
Beth is here. Rafinko is here. And he's on time. He was on time and we weren't. I was a little bit delayed. I had to fix something right before this, so we were a couple minutes late. So that's okay. Wilfredo's here. So I didn't mean to miss you there. Simon is here. Glenn's here.
Hey, Glenn.
Now, Esteban is more pumped than we are for this announcement.
I think he is.
He's been pretty excited about this.
Live up to your excitement.
He's like all week. This has been a big deal.
So yeah, your microphone. You may be on your AirPod mic. They're asking.
I actually see that too.
Fix that. Sorry.
There you go.
Is that better?
That's sweet radio sound.
Yeah, things when you put them in, they're like sometimes they take over the it just sounds bad.
So Raphael's disappointed that I'm not in a suit. I actually thought about that this morning. But,
did you really?
Yeah. Did
you really? So yeah, John's here, and here you go. So we'll talk about some things that it's not in a minute.
It's not.
This might be one of them. It might not be a political announcement.
I'm not running for the office of governor in North Carolina, so that's not what I'm doing.
No,
I'm not running for any political office. So.
No, Stian's here. Raphael's here. Hey, Raphael, hope you're wearing that sweet hat.
Yeah.
Frankie's here. Something new. Ooh, yes, something new. Maverick's back with the cool Tesla logo.
Yeah.
Christy's here. We got a lot of people here today. This is cool.
Nice.
Troy's here. Here we go. This is for guess. Wolverine, blue and yellow means Wolverine. No. So I used to work at Ohio State. Going blue and yellow for this thing was killing me.
That is like. It's
like ooh, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
I knew some people that were avid Ohio State fans, and they would be actually mad that the thing is blue and yellow.
Yeah.
So they'd be actually mad. I almost said it. So.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about what it's not. What we're talking about. So, somebody had guessed Coda Foundry masks.
Yeah,
not Coda Foundry masks. Yeah. But this would be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not saying we're not going to do that, but that's not what we're talking about today.
Yeah, Coda Foundry masks would be cool.
Coda Foundry masks would be cool. What else is it not? We're not dropping Coda Foundry orange.
We're not getting rid of the color orange. No, Coda Foundry orange is still going to stay around, so we're safe there.
Yeah.
And also, it's not that I got a new jacket or a new suit or anything like that.
That would be the best announcement tease ever. It's just you getting a new suit jacket.
Yeah, I went to Brooks Brothers and got a new suit. So
I love it. That's so good. What else is it not? It's not sugar-free Fizz Buzz.
It's not sugar-free Fizz Buzz. So, but if you keep asking, we may be able to pull that off. You know, so like
we're trying to get that.
Yeah.
What else isn't it? What else isn't it that we've had guesses on? What are you guys guessing down here? It's not a new album. We don't have a first album, have a new album. Now, this would be cool. I'd be down for this.
I've looked to get those made, but they're hard to get made. I'd like to have a Pop Funko Bobby. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool. You can have a digital one. Their website lets you have a digital one. But
I want a real one though to put on my desk.
CF Code hoodies. You can already get a CF Code hoodie.
Yeah, man.
You can go to Teespring and you can already get one. If you do want to buy one, you can go right there. Teespring.com/Coder Foundry. Yeah. And you can buy a Coder Foundry hoodie already.
Yeah.
So it's
that.
Not that. It is not that either. Somebody had a good idea. Look, John, Coder Foundry the movie.
I made Fizz Buzz the movie already. So
we're not against making a movie about Coder Foundry. That might happen one day.
Well, no, we won't say that. We've talked about something like that. But that's another day for another announcement for another day. So
exactly. Yeah. CF radio? I don't know. A CF laptop.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
CF laptop. CF radio. I like it.
So no, none of those things. So what's our let's do a pre-announcement. Like we have a little thing to talk about before we talk about our big thing.
Yeah. So so we do have an announcement we want to make. And so a lot of you guys have been asking, and I've said, no, I'll never do this, or I can't do it. But if you're international, I think that we can allow international students into the boot camp. So that's one of the things that we can do. So like if you're overseas and you want to come to Coder Foundry, apply. So CF International is a thing. Like we do.
This is a minor announcement.
This is minor, we think. So it's a thing. So we don't want to have the announcement, it's where hey, you can come to Coder Foundry now if you're in, another country. So like we can do that. And then so we do have some stipulations on that. That's why it's a minor announcement. Like we can't offer ISAs, we can't offer loans. We can't do job placement like in other locations, but we can provide the training and things like that. So
exactly.
Some of you guys have asked, man, I would love to, but I can't. I don't live in the U.S. So like we've been looking at it. I think we can do it. There may be some stipulations depending on which country you're in. I do know that in the U.S. we can't do business with certain countries. So I have to get that list and see what that is about. And so I think that's going to be cool. Should be exciting for a couple of you out there that are watching, but not for everyone, I don't think. So that's not the big announcement. But CF International, you can take the class virtually from anywhere on planet Earth, except for the companies that are disallowed by the U.S. government, which is
right.
We know it's Iran. I don't know what the whole list is. So
yeah, there are some. So here's something. We are going to do a giveaway today. We're going to give away a couple of different things, and I'm going to use Nightbot to do the giveaway. And I'm looking at it now, and it looks like it will work. So here's the stipulation: to be in the giveaway, you have to have been an active user, which means you have to have typed something in chat within the last 15 minutes. So type something in chat, but right before the giveaway, I'll let you know, and we'll give you like a 5-minute heads up. So just type something in chat. You can type anything, literally. Just make sure that you're eligible for the giveaway so that you'll be in the list so that Nightbot, if it selects you, otherwise you're not going to be there. So yeah, it's just the way it works.
And don't offend Nightbot. So like if you offend Nightbot with all caps right now, he might not pick you. So
it might kick you out. I don't know how it works.
We don't know what Nightbot's going to do.
I don't know how it works.
Brian says he's winning.
Brian, we've already decided. We've already decided something for you. If you win, you don't actually win. Your mom wins.
Your mom wins. So
sorry, we decided that before the call.
So, but if you win, whatever we give away here,
yep. So we're gonna give away 2 different things. So I'm gonna let you just get to your announcement.
Okay.
I'm just going to let you do it. I'm going to put you on solo and you can talk about this for a second.
So for a long time, I've been doing this since 2014. And for a long time, there's been a couple of things that I've liked about the boot camp, but there's been something in particular that I really, really, really wanted to do. And this is more like a personal bucket list thing that I got to do. And I've been working on this for the good part of a year now. And so it's been a very long work, and a lot of people have actually came along beside me to help me do this. So I actually have my first book that I've ever written that's going to be coming out on all major platforms, Audible. It'll be everywhere in the US. It'll be in stores. So it's not it's a professional, what we call in the industry, a book, a published book. So in June 23rd, you'll be able to get Breaking the Code, 5 Steps to a Software Job in every store in America, I think. Definitely on Amazon, definitely on Barnes & Noble. You'll be able to get it on Audible. You can get hardback, paperback, ebook. It'll be done all over the place. So that's it's kind of cool. So hopefully
it's very cool
that you guys are excited.
Tell me, what's the book about? What's it called again?
So the book is called Breaking the Code: 5 Steps to a Software Job. And so what I've learned by doing this this channel and reading all the people that contribute to the channel, people that don't come to Coder Foundry. So those are literally, to this day, 37,000 subscribers, and all the times we've interacted with you and you guys coming in here every single day. What we've learned is our approach to getting a software job is probably the most unique approach from anyone I've ever talked to, just engaging on the basis of how people ask us questions. And then the things that we do to try to get people jobs out of Coder Foundry. Now, and so this is detailing the soft skill part of this that you need to do to get a software job after you've learned. So this doesn't teach you .NET or C#, but this teaches you how to get a job. And also got to give a shout out here. All my headshots were done by a CF student, Katie, who's in our current cohort. So like she did a good job on that. So like she made my pictures look good. So that
super good,
super challenging for her, I'm sure. But we had to pull it off.
No, they look great.
Yeah. And so so the book will be everywhere. I'm really excited about it. I was privileged.
So we do have one ask of you guys.
Yeah, one ask.
So there's a couple things. What we've arranged to do is the first week that it comes out, we arranged with the publisher that we would have a heavily discounted price.
Yeah.
So that you guys could get it super cheap. So it's a $10 ebook. It's a $15 paperback. For the first week, we're going to have the ebook be 99 cents.
99 cents.
We wanted you guys to have it. We couldn't give it away.
Yeah,
so we need to put it through.
Can't give it away because of the publisher.
Exactly. So we wanted to do it through Amazon and all that good stuff. Plus, it actually helps us in the first week. When we sell a lot of books in the first week, it's always a good thing for us. So what we want you guys to do is, if you could, in the first week, we want you to buy it. So June 23rd, you can get it for $1. And obviously, we'll talk about it here during that week too. So, so that's really what we want you to do.
In hardback, just to let you know, hardback is $24, paperback's $15.99. Audible I think is $15.99. And then
something
the ebook will be $9.99 after the first week. So like if you want to get it for practically free, I think that's what we want to do. But we have some more announcements though, like around this book launch. So we will be releasing a companion website called 5stepstoasoftwarejob.com. We're working on it right now to probably go live sometime today or tomorrow. And there's a form on there. If you fill that form out, give us your email address. We're going to select a few people from this lunchtime crowd to attend the special Zoom call that I'm having, because we were going to do it in person, but now we have to do it virtually because of COVID. And you'll get to see the book launch with all the inside baseball of this, the friends, the family, the people from Coder Foundry, the people from Cortex, and then the special guests that we talk about with. There'll be giveaways there as well. So like you can get to attend you'll get a special link for Zoom to attend the link call. I think we're going to take 50 to 100 of those people. And so like if you want to do that, just head out to the website today or tomorrow and just put in there, and we'll select a few at random and we'll send you the link to Zoom. And so cool.
Look what Rafinko wants. He wants one signed with dedication.
Yes.
So guess what we're giving away today?
Yes. We're going to give
not only a signed book, we're going to give you guys, by the way, this is the first time we've announced this anywhere.
Yeah,
These books, talk about hot off the press. These first copies literally came in at 11:50.
20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago.
We're talking about right before this thing. They literally came in. We weren't going to have anything to show you guys.
Yeah.
But we want to give away not only a signed copy, but the first signed copy.
Like
one that literally says the first signed copy.
Yeah. And so like, I mean, when I say it's the first one, this is before, sorry, Mom. This is before Mom, Dad, Uncle, Brother, Kevin.
I haven't touched this book yet.
But so like I think that's kind of what we're going to do, and give that away to you. And you'll get the first hardback copy edition. We're going to give that away today on Nightbot's going to pick out somebody. And I'll sign it and I'll send it over to you wherever you live in the world. I don't care where you are. We'll find a way to send it to you, and that will be completely on us. You don't have to pay shipping, handling, no shenanigans like that. We'll just ship it to you. So we'll if you win, we'll need your mailing address or where you can get it.
Yeah. So if it chooses you and you win, which by the way, make sure you've typed something in chat here because we'll give it away here in a few minutes. Make sure you type something so you become eligible, so Nightbot knows to pick you. When we give it away, you're probably going to have to come and give me the details. I'll either give you an email address and you can email me the address, or if you're on Discord, you can DM me on Discord, and we'll do it that way too. Yeah,
we can do it that way too. And so Mavericks asked the question, how to sign up for the Zoom call. That's going to be on a website that we're building out right now. The book doesn't launch till June 23rd, and that Zoom call will be on June 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be a form on our companion book website that will go live either today or tomorrow, depending on how much work,
we're just putting the finishing touches on it.
Kevin are doing it, so there's a lot of work left. We're still working on it. So we'll build it out and then get that out there.
It's ultimately going to be 5stepstoasoftwarejob.com. That's the website URL.
Right.
There's nothing there right now, so there's no point.
So if you want to see us be successful, which we hope you can be, what you can do to help us out is buy the ebook for 99 cents. If you do, if you if you have money, you can get the paperback. That's fine. And then leave us a good review. The only reason we ask you to buy it is because that's a blue check verified buyer on Amazon. And if I can sell 150 books in the first week, then I will be an Amazon bestseller. So I'm just trying to get a little badge of honor. To be frank,
it's another bucket list item.
Yeah, it's something you do. You don't release a book every day, so we actually have 7 days to do it when we're there. So if you can help us do that, that would be awesome. I would be honored if you guys push that. But you have to do it the week of the 23rd, not the pre-order. The pre-orders don't count. In a weird way, we're saying don't pre-order it right now. I think someone already found the link, which the link went live this morning, and I haven't even shared that yet. You
can find it, but don't pre-order.
Don't pre-order. You'll pay more for it right now. It'll go on the first week.
which is super weird.
It's super weird.
Look, Shane's trying to talk up Nightbot. It's just I don't think buttering up Nightbot works. I don't know. Maybe it does, but but I think that's pretty funny.
Maybe Nightbot is he's maybe he can be swayed. I don't know. So,
maybe.
Can
okay, so I currently see.
Can you super chat Mike Nightbot and pay him off?
I don't know. I see 53 eligible users right now on the Nightbot backend. Okay. So 53. So if you haven't said anything in a second, go ahead and do it now, and it'll. I'll give you a moment. It's within the last 15 minutes. So if you said something within the last 15 minutes, it's recognized you. So I see 53 people right now. We have 80 people on here. So
while you guys let's talk about the other giveaways that we're doing. So we're giving away a first edition, first signed copy of the book. I'll actually put number 1 signed copy on it, put my name on it, and then write something special to you, whatever you want. The second thing that we're going to give away is some of you have asked for this, so we're just going to give it away. So tell them, Kevin, what's the second thing we're going to do?
The second thing is 30 minutes with you.
Yeah. So if you want to ask me anything in a private one-on-one Teams or Zoom call, I'll spend 30 minutes with you. We'll chat, whatever you want to talk about, life, love, or Star Wars. It doesn't really matter. Coding. I'll review your portfolio. I ask questions. I can give you feedback on your project if you're trying to launch a product. I do that a lot for other people. So I thought that we would just do 30 minutes. It'll probably go over because I like to talk. I don't know if I've ever had a 30-minute conversation. You'll probably say, "It's got to go, Bobby." It's I got one more thing to say.
So it's officially 30 minutes, but schedule it for an hour.
You schedule an hour. We'll just hang out and talk on the phone. If I can help you and you think that's of value, we'll give that away. And then the third one is one I made up, and I don't know if people actually do this or not, but I think it'll be fun.
They
might. So as you guys know, I'm on Xbox. I play a lot of Destiny. And so what I would do is I'll play anyone that wins this one, Crucible, in a one-on-one private Destiny match. So if you have 2 people, I'll bring my ringer and we'll go 2v2.
And the ringer's not me because I don't play.
Not Kevin. So Kevin's Kevin will be on it. And, we'll get in a party chat, and then we can play Crucible. And there's some people out there that have played Xbox with you and they're like, that's not a giveaway. I play with you anyway. So, but like for some of you, if you're on Xbox One or PC and you own Destiny 2, you can choose that prize if you win too. So like you can choose the 30-minute call with me or the 30-minute like Crucible match, and we'll film it. And if you wreck me, we'll show it on. Show it. If I win, we'll show it. No, I'm just kidding. So like if you wreck me in Crucible, then we'll put it here on the channel here and show it off.
That would be awesome. Okay, let's do the book giveaway. I see
book giveaway first or last?
I see 58 now. Well, let's do the book first because it's going to take 15 minutes for the things. Let's do the book first.
Okay, cool.
So let me see what happens here.
Let's see what happens tonight.
I don't know if this pushes back to chat or not. So I'm just going to click this thing and see what happens.
Who wins? We don't know. It's automatic.
Okay. Did it come back to chat? I don't know if it did or not. I see who won.
I can't tell.
I don't know if it came back, though. I don't think it comes back to chat, unfortunately. It doesn't look like Nightbot posts it back in chat.
Come on, Nightbot.
It actually doesn't give me the option to even post it back in chat, which is kind of crazy. It just tells me who it is.
Nightbot got mad at Damien. So
apparently somebody can see it. There you go. So it does. It shows. Yeah, it does show.
Yeah. Okay.
It just doesn't come back across to us thing.
Okay. Cool.
It doesn't come back across to this platform. So awesome. So yes. So
who's our winner? I don't know.
Harsh Rathod won.
Who?
Harsh Rathod won.
Harsh Rathod. You are a new person. We've never so like, all right, that's awesome, man. So like tell us a little bit about where you're at. And then just tell us, put it in the chat here.
So if you're in Discord too, drop me a message on Discord. I'm Doyle on Discord. If you're not, you can send an email to info@coderfoundry.com with your details, and we will hook you up with the first edition of the book.
Okay, cool.
That's super
That's
cool.
awesome.
There you go.
So somebody won it, and that's awesome, man. So Nightbot did his job. So let's give away 30 minutes of time.
Okay.
So and this could be let's give away 2. All right. One is
okay.
Give away 2 people, and you can pick play video games or 30 minutes, either one. We'll give away 2 of those. So I'll give up an hour. I think that's good.
Okay. Okay, cool. So let me roll again.
Okay. So for and then just tell us which one you want.
Okay. So I don't know if it posted it already. Let me see. I don't know how quick it posts it. I'm gonna have to pull up the other chat. Hold on 1 second.
So look at this.
So yeah, so Antoine Nephew won.
Antoine Nephew. Okay.
Let me see if I can pull you up here.
All right, cool.
Let me see. I don't see. Must be a chat here somewhere. There's a lot of chat in here to go back through. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
But Antoine, you won. Yeah. John says congrats. So again, do the same thing, Antoine. If you're on Discord, you can drop me a message there. If not, send us an email to info@coderfoundry.com. And we'll get your address details and go from there.
And just see if you want to play video games or you want to play talk to me for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's give away the third one here later on. Let's go through like some of the things in the book. What do you think? Do we have
let's do that. Yeah. We have some time.
We have one more giveaway here. So we'll do that in a couple of minutes here.
Yep.
So if you plan on buying the book, we thought we'd like give you a little bit of details like what's in it, like is it fine?
Right. Right.
So we have some funny stories in this thing that we think is actually hysterical. But one of our funniest stories is one of the images in the book. Which is we won't show it because it won't show real, but like so we have this thing that we talk about all the time. So and it comes from one of my favorite comic artists, Todd McFarlane. So I was watching Todd McFarlane talking about how to break into the comic industry. And you've probably heard me talk about this a lot. And that just resonated with me at a deep level, like what he said, which was like, hey, man, if you want to break into DC or Marvel, because he said, and Todd McFarlane famously draws Spawn. He also did one of the best Spider-Man runs on covers, period, in my opinion. Except for maybe some of the greats back in the really early days, just because they're the ones that did it in the beginning. But Todd McFarlane drew Spawn, famously drew Spawn, and he was talking about if you want to break into Marvel, if you want to break into DC, is if you're breaking into Marvel, draw them a Spider-Man. Don't show them your best Ruta Baker man, is what he said. Right. They don't know if that's good or not. It's hard for them to judge if that's good or not. So if you want to break into Marvel, draw Spider-Man because they've seen Spider-Man and they know if that's a good or bad Spider-Man. Or if you're going to DC, draw Batman or Superman because they know what those characters are supposed to look like, and then they can judge your talent. So we had a contest in the office, and we said, I just ran. So I'm writing the book, and people don't know exactly what I'm doing, with the exception of Kevin, because I pitched it to Kevin, and he said, yeah. And so we walked around the office and said, here's a piece of paper, draw me Spider-Man.
That was literally the direction, with nothing, no context, nothing.
No context, like, yeah.
Draw me Spider-Man. So we collected what, like 6 versions of Spider-Man that day, 7 versions of Spider-Man, something like that.
Yeah. And then no one knew what to do with it because, your boss comes by and says, draw Spider-Man. And they're like, what? And so I'm trying to sell students here. What are you doing?
So, yeah, it was kind of interesting. Some were too good. And I'll just put this up here, look. Mary Hannah here is still bitter about Spider-Man. So Mary Hannah drew the world's probably greatest Spider-Man. It could have gone straight in the comic, I think.
I mean, she looked like she used tracing paper, man. It was so good.
I was so shocked. Good.
I'm like, wow, that's a really good Spider-Man. That's not what I was looking for.
That's exactly what happened. Some of the Spider-Men too good. Right. Some of them
really bad. So one of our instructors, Andrew's, his was really bad. So Andrew, if you're listening, sorry. Yours was too bad to be.
I think I still have his on my desk.
Yeah. But Natasha Sanders, if you've interacted at all with Coder Founder, she's one of our main points of contact. She drew the perfectly bad Spider-Man. It was perfectly bad.
It's actually amazing.
It's amazingly good and bad at the same time, which is exactly what I wanted to.
It is exactly what we wanted for the thing. Yes, and it was like this. It was exactly like this, Raphael. Draw me Spider-Man, your job depends on no pressure. That's exactly it.
Yeah. No pressure. It's like so what I was looking for was when you see a bad Spider-Man, you can tell, they can't work at Marvel. And so one of the key points in this book is, and this is why our secret is why we build bug trackers. And a lot of people give us a lot of heat for this, but instinctively a hiring manager knows what a bug tracker looks like. They know exactly what that's supposed to look like, and they can tell right away if yours is good or bad. And if it's good, then you get all of this kind of cred of that you can't imagine, from the psychological level when you're interviewing, wow, that's a good bug tracker. And then you tell them, and I built that in 3 weeks. So that's really cool. And so that's where you instantly get credibility by drawing something or making something they're familiar with. And it's the same way if you draw a rock star cover of Spider-Man and you hand it to a Marvel exec, they're more likely to hire you than your custom character that you've been working on in your basement. So right. So do you want to show the one that made the book? No, we'll just leave it in the book.
Okay.
It's in the book, man.
Okay.
You see it.
Just
it's funny.
Also, though, just to know, the original we do still have. Natasha has it signed. It is on her desk.
Yeah.
She is now a published artist.
She's the published artist in the book. So you can go check it out in the book. It's
which is amazing.
So, but
I know I'm totally going to get Natasha to sign my version of the book on the Spider-Man page because it's just worth having.
Yeah. So Chris. Let's see. Chris Butler wants to see Mary Hannah on Spider-Man. I
think we still have it. I think it might be in my office.
I'd have to run off and get it. It's really good, actually. I
think it might be in my office. I think it was on my desk when I left. Yeah. So it's there somewhere. Maybe we'll pull it out
tomorrow. So that's funny that it was shockingly good. We were looking at so in other words, when you were in the business where we're coders, we're salespeople, or whatever. None of us are artists, and then when you ask someone to draw something and they do it, you're like, okay, we're just shocked. So it's
right. I did see that I missed a super chat. We were talking about something else, but I did see it. So we'll get to that now. So you thought about making a series about tech leadership?
No, I haven't. I haven't really thought about that. So That's interesting though. But I do have a lot of views on that. But I'm typically just running it how I do it. I don't know if what I do is transferable. So like, I don't know what I would do with that. I'd have to think about it. But tech leadership in general is, for me, isn't about really the tech itself. It's about how you treat others and treat people. So like, that's my philosophy. So like, maybe, I don't know, you can have to talk to the employees, but like I treat everyone like professionals. I'm not a micromanager. I'm like a definite macro manager.
Yeah.
And some employees that have came through here have taken advantage of that. And most of the ones that have stayed don't. They just do what they know what they need to do. And so like, in other words, like if it's like me, like overseeing the edits for Kevin. I very rarely do I do that, other than I'm just like super interested, but very rarely do I like,
No, sometimes you'll tell me I missed a pixel somewhere. That's how picky you are. No, not at all. You'll be like, you missed that one pixel in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't go like that.
Yeah, so like that's just kind of how I roll, and that's my tech leadership style, which is to hire people definitely smarter than you, that are better than you, and then allow them to be the great people that they are. And if you try to micromanage people that are really good at their job, they usually quit. And then if you hire people that aren't good at their job because you want to be the smartest guy in the room, you end up underperforming as a staff and as a company. So like, that's kind of my thoughts. So I don't know.
There you go. Cool.
All right, there you go.
By the way, if you want to get the Spider-Man picture, it's on Mary Hannah's.
I'd have to leave the show to go get it. And
I think it's hilarious that she has it pinned on her wall.
Yeah, it's good.
I forgot. I think it's on you. I think it's on the whiteboard there. It's on the one on the left. I remember it now. It's on the left-hand side there. It's there.
What's funny is, in a lot of ways, it's unfinished, because when I saw it halfway through, she was halfway through it, and I'm like, oh, that's too good. She just quit working on it. What do you mean it's too good? I thought this was a drawing contest.
Yeah, I thought this was a contest. Put everything into it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it is a drawing contest. It's a contest to the middle. It's a contest to the middle.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So let's talk about some. So we have like
the book.
Yeah, let's talk about some. So there's like 5 things, like 5 big takeaways. Like, what is the book about? Like, what's the structure for the book? So there's sort of 5 sort of things that we talk about that are in the book. So I made little slides for these, so you can just talk about them real quick. You have the picture.
You knew that, didn't you?
I did.
Antonio just handed it to me.
I did. Do you want to show it? Let's show it, and then we'll talk about this stuff. So this is This is Mary Hannah's one.
Mary Hannah's.
Okay. Okay. Look at that.
Isn't that good?
Look at that. But she never finished the arm. I do remember that.
No, she quit. This is when I
quit.
It's too good, and she just got mad and quit. But like that, it was good. But it was too good for the book.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good enough to get the cover of amazing, but it was very surprising. It's kind of funny.
Yes. Yes. So with that said, imagine what the one in the book looks like.
It's bad. It's worse than that one.
It's good bad.
Yeah.
It's actually great bad. Is what it is.
Great. Yeah.
It's great bad. So yeah, let's talk about some of the things that are actually in the book then. So there's like 5 quick things we can talk about that are sort of like sections in the book, or sort of like takeaways from the book. So I made little slides for some of these.
So here's one of the things that I do, and I detail in the book about a conversation I had with a bunch of 8th graders, because I do go to like schools and talk about jobs and things like that. And what I want you to understand here is, I think anyone become the next Zuckerberg, and you can have to just smile the software development industry and learn how to code. In other words, like when you look at Mark Zuckerberg, which if you don't know, he runs Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg has achieved more than I ever will. I'm not saying that I am like Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not. But what I want you to understand is I also don't think Mark Zuckerberg is like this luminary of our time. I put Steve Jobs in that category. I actually put Bill Gates in that category. They're a luminary. In other words, they foresaw things that most people can't. Steve Jobs walks out with an iPhone and says, everyone's going to have this. And he knew it. And it wasn't because it was cool. He basically could foresee things that others can't. Mark Zuckerberg made a website to get dates.
Right.
Into Facebook. His execution was great, but the only thing that sets him apart from most people on planet Earth is that Mark Zuckerberg did know how to code. And so when you know how to code, you can create things that may turn into the next Zuckerberg. So here's what I think about coding. And this is like one of the points in the book is like over the next decade, whether you think that starts in 2020 or 2021, I'm never going to get over that comment. But like if it in the next 10 years, I would guarantee you that there's going to be 3 to 5 billion-dollar companies that will be created after 2020. And they're going to make something that you didn't know you needed, but something you have to have. And it's going to be based on software.
Yep.
And it will be someone you didn't know. So like Jack Dorsey, who created Twitter, who had ever thought that we'd want to talk in 140 characters? Jack Dorsey said, hey, I think that's a thing. And Twitter was born. And if you look at all the social media giants and what we, in terms of history, we're talking like Facebook since 2008. I mean, like, it's not like Mark Zuckerberg has been around for like 40 years. I mean, like he hasn't had this super long career. He's just done something because he knew how to code. He got it to a certain level. He got funded and then bam, it blew up, and it's really cool. We also talk about the books like Bezos, Jeff Bezos, and Amazon. And then when you look at Amazon, like, dude, when you look in the 90s, he was a freaking bookseller, man. Like that's what he was. And now he simultaneously takes on Amazon. With Amazon, he can take on UPS. He's trying to like make his own trucks. He's trying to beat Microsoft in the cloud, which he did for a long time. Microsoft's just now catching up to him. And so, but he just saw things others didn't. Mark Zuckerberg knew how to code and build a website. That's essentially what he did. And it wasn't like he was first. MySpace was there before he was. And so like, I think that is the power of learning how to code. And when you learn how to code, I guarantee you there's 10 to 12 billionaires that aren't billionaires today that will be by 2030 because they're going to build something. And the only reason that they'll be able to build it is because they learned how to code. And I think that's why you should learn how. Yeah.
There you go. You're inspiring Brian. You could be one, Brian. You never know.
Brian, you know, like you can always write me a check later, you know, so when you can hire me at your new software company. You know,
yeah, exactly. Definitely. Okay. So let's talk about another thing in the book. Yeah. So software development is the new factory job. Widely available, high demand, offers a leap up the social ladder, but the benefits that come with a coding job far exceed anything that a factory could ever offer.
Right. So when you read this book, what we talk about is called the Industrial Revolution. And when you look at a lot of this is based on U.S. history, so I don't know exactly how this plays out in other parts of the world. But in the U.S., when factories became a thing way back when, you know, people moved to those cities to be around that factory. And so like we transformed our economy from where you were on the farm, you grew food, you sold your food, you made your cow, you sold your cow. And then you moved to the factory where maybe you made a car, you manufactured clothing or goods, and then you lived around the factory. So the cities that have grown up in the last 80 years were largely built up around factories. And so that's because that's where the jobs were and people went there and then other jobs were created. And so that's the new factory worker. The problem with the factory worker was like you weren't really super highly valued. And the person that fixed the machines was definitely not valued. Like they were just the random kind of like guy that turned the wrenches on the sewing machines or made things kind of work. He wasn't super valued. Now the new factory worker is the coder. So every company in the U.S. has some kind of software problem that they're typically, and a lot of them are hiring people in-house to build software for them. And they're the most highly sought after and the most highly paid in the organization. In fact, what you're seeing now is when you have Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey and these guys launching these multi-billion-dollar companies, they're technical leaders first, they're coders first, and then they make their thing and then they roll that in and then they become business people. And so what that allows you to do is now you don't have to move to the city to work at the factory. The factory is in every city in America, and every single person can aspire to be a software developer, and you'll always have a job. The second thing is that's really cool about working in the factory or working as a software developer versus the factory was once you got to the factory, they did kind of treat you like slaves. They might not have windows. You know, working conditions were kind of bad in the probably through the 30s and the 40s and the 50s in the U.S.
Sure.
They didn't care about air conditioning or anything like that. You know, 14-hour days, work you to the bone. But you did it because you could make a higher wage than selling, you know, meat and potatoes at your farm. And so like you had to do it so the boss could treat you bad because there was only one factory. And now there's thousands or millions of factories. And so like now, if your boss is bad to you, you can quit and go to a new factory and work and press your trade somewhere else. And I think that is what we call the road to 100K, or kind of like economic mobility, which is like these 3 factors of economic mobility. And it's the mobilizer of our time. Like, people can now skip college. They can skip all these things and go straight into the software job and make a really above average wage with opportunities that abounds. And if you're outside of the US and you're listening to us and you're from India, you're from somewhere else, you know what I'm talking about. Like, people can now work in the US while living in India or living in Bangladesh or wherever they're at, because they know how to code, and they can hook on to a consulting company or whatever, and it's being offshored. So this global economy and these opportunities are now spread across the world. And it's not that you have to be in Flint, Michigan to work at Ford anymore. Now you can work at Ford from Topeka, Kansas. And that's cool, in my opinion, and that's what the book is about. Yeah. So how do you get there?
Definitely. So Damien has a question. Do you think compensation and value of software engineers will diminish over the next few decades?
No. In a few decades, I don't see it ever diminishing. So the things that we're writing today will be rewritten, and we're going to write new things. There's just going to be an infinite amount of demand for software development.
So what do you think about AI takeover? What's your thoughts on that? We've talked about this before.
Yeah. So I think that AI will automate certain segments of the population, but to build Facebook or to build Twitter, AI will never build that, because they'll never look into the human mind and go, I think they would want to talk in 140 characters. And AI would never think of that.
Right.
And
it's too abstract.
It's way too abstract. I don't think that you can build a SpaceX rocket and all the software that's in that thing with an AI. You definitely wouldn't want to. Because you don't know, the AI can't understand how does the mind perceive the interface, and how does the mind think that they would want to fly the rocket into the space station? So the software engineers have to have a conversation with the pilot and go, what are you looking for? How does it feel? And those are abstract thoughts, creative abilities that don't exist in computers. And so therefore, when we talk about AI taking over, it can create boilerplate code. We already see that now when we scaffold stuff, it creates boilerplate code. It'll never build an application that everyone wants to use. It's will the AI ever make music? No, it never will.
There's been some things where AI has made music and it's been weird.
But will they ever outsell Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber or somebody, or the Beatles or anything like that? Because those songs come from a place of the soul. It comes from a place of your experience is wound into the actual end work product. And I think that's kind of cool.
We should watch one of those sometimes. Maybe we'll do that at some point. There is an AI created thing, and it's weird. Yeah. I remember seeing it. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about let me look here. So Randall missed the announcement.
Oh yeah. Order a book, Randall.
I was gonna tease that it was something else.
Oh no, sorry.
I was gonna tell him it was sugar-free Fizz Buzz.
Sugar-free Fizz Buzz. No, order a book, Randall. Hopefully we can do it, and we're talking about it right now, so that's kind of cool. That's funny.
I think that's funny.
I stole your joke.
Okay, let's talk about another thing here that's in here. Don't let the tech. And we're just getting on this. Don't let the tech fool you. Coding is an art form. It's a right-brained activity. Yeah,
I think it's the creative application of a technical skill that you have. And so, because you learn MVC doesn't make you a good programmer. A good programmer sees a problem in the world and solves it with MVC. I mean, I think that's where the genius is. I mean, so if you see problems or you see opportunities in the world that could be solved with software, you should learn how to code. I have so many people coming to me like, hey, I've got an idea, and they've got this grand idea, and they're like, can you code it free for me? And I'm like, why don't you learn how to code? If you have this great idea, learn how to do it. Why do you need me? And so I think that is I think it's an art form of being able to, the creative application of technical knowledge to solve a problem. And I think that's what it is. And that's why you see musicians, artists, painters, people that have this abstract concept in their brain become excellent software developers. because they can take that concrete thing or that abstract thing about like, here's how MVC sort of works, and they can apply it concretely to a specific problem set. And that transfer of knowledge is seamless. They understand exactly how to do that. And then there's other people that have to solve that problem every single time, and then they can't make that leap. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's do another one from here. We talk about this a lot here.
Yeah, hot take.
But we talk about using .NET in the book too.
Yeah, and so that's what we think. We think you should start with .NET. So if you are doing if you're doing nothing, okay, and this is where we're talking to people that are trying to break in, I don't know anything, that's where you need to start. And if you have listened to me in the last year, and you can see this with .NET 5 coming out, and I don't work for Microsoft. I'm not licensed by nothing like that.
They do not sponsor us.
They don't. They can if they want. I would still say the same thing, but it's the largest company in the world that builds tech. That means their stack will always be in demand. I cannot say the same thing for React because it's built by a social media company. Will they get tired of making React? Will it be too expensive for them? I don't know. Maybe it'll be around for 20 years. I can guarantee you, though, that Microsoft will continue to push C# in the marketplace for sure. And if you don't think that stacks can't get erased, just look at Silverlight. I mean, and Microsoft did that, but like those are things that just disappear. People quit using them. And so like Microsoft will always make you relevant. And that's all we're saying. We're not saying that it's better than Python or it's better than Java or it's better than PHP, even though PHP changed their name to Python script, which is kind of weird. So you can tell it's all about marketing. What we're saying is if you're going to break in, learn to be a full stack web dev and do that with C# and you'll get a job. Now, if you're somewhere in India and no one's hiring for C#, then maybe it's Java. But like if you're in the US, I know that .NET will serve you well. Yeah. So like I just think that that's what's going to happen, and I'm trying to get people jobs, and that's you guys are on the inside, and that's my whole thing. This isn't about selling people to come into Coder Foundry. It's really not about that revenue stream. It's about changing someone's life. And when I see people that go from literally driving a truck or washing cars to working at Microsoft in a 3-month period, that's what wakes me up in the morning. And that's what this book is about, is just like learning how to get a job. And part of it is just getting a job, man. And we try to teach you the things that you need to do to get a job. And that's kind of what this is. So the book's not going to teach you how to code. It's going to teach you how to get a job. So that's it.
Yep.
So, cool.
And leading up to the book too, we'll probably do like little sections from the book too. We'll talk about like actual sections from the book.
Yeah.
Leading up to its launch too, and definitely on the night we'll talk about that kind of stuff too.
Right. I like this comment from Chris Butler. Some things need to be irrelevant. SharePoint. You're right.
Yeah,
I've actually turned down SharePoint jobs. Like a bank call, and it's like, "Can you help us with our SharePoint site? Can I rewrite it?"
Like, like you said a bad word. Share what?
I said, yeah, SharePoint. I said, are you talking about rewrite? You want to rewrite what you got? And they're like, no, I'll see myself out the door. It's hard. The thing's ugly.
That's funny. So Fiona was asking, she was like, where can we get the book? So the book launches on June 23rd. Fiona. We're going to, that first week, we're going to discount the book heavily. So we're going to give a 90% discount for the first week.
Version.
Exactly, for the ebook version, yeah. So what we wanted to do was, basically, we had an agreement with the publisher. We wanted to make sure it was as cheap as possible for you guys to get it that first week. So don't go pre-order it. Go get it the first week because it'll be cheap for that 1 week. So the June 23rd is when you can get it. It'll be on it'll be definitely on Amazon on June 23rd. Right. And there's a hardback and a paperback and all that kind of good stuff too. But the ebook's going to be super discounted.
Yeah, and Audible, it'll be on Audible and in Apple as well. So you'll see in is it called Apple Books? Is that what it's called? What's it called?
I think it's called, I don't know, is it iBooks still?
iBooks,
or is it just books?
There,
I think it's just books these days.
Yeah.
Damon was asking who we had to read it.
Yeah,
you didn't read it.
I did not read it.
We had a voice actor read it.
And when I say this, like a lot of times, and the reason I'm so announcing this isn't like a self-published thing. This is this opportunity I had and I took on it. And so this is done just like any other book that's released like this. So there's a company that did the Audible. We had a casting call, and we got to read, I think it was like 6 or 7 different people.
Yeah, something like that.
It's really fun, like, and then we all picked one guy to read it. And he's doing the reading of the book. So that's kind of how we did it. So
yep.
So it's kind of cool.
Yep, very cool. Okay, let's talk about one last thing from here, and then we'll do the final giveaway. So if you guys do want to be in the giveaway, make sure you put something in chat so it can select you.
Yeah, we're going to do one more giveaway. So this is 30 minutes with me on the phone with Zoom, or you can pick this too, or we can get on Xbox and we can record you playing me in Crucible and Destiny 2. So if you don't own Destiny, you gotta have an Xbox. You have to have Destiny 2, and I can actually get a PC too. But I'd like to do it on an Xbox. I'm more comfortable there. So, and then we'll show some gameplay footage from here with Kevin commenting.
That would be amazing.
So like, and then or we can do a 2v2 too as well. I can bring my ringer and you can bring your ringer, and then we can go at it. So like,
that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Hey Malcolm, I don't see any of your other messages. So I don't know what this is about to get your name right. If you changed your name in here or something, I don't know. Drop me a message about what you're talking about.
Yeah, hey,
but I'm not ignoring you. I promise. I just don't see a context for it. So let's see. So yeah, make sure you comment something in chat. We're up to 35. So just keep going. If you do want to be entered, just put something in chat. You can put a period in there if you want or whatever. Or you could be like Max and just give us a peace sign. That's cool too. Whatever works. And then we'll do that here in a second. So let's talk about one last thing while we do that.
Yeah, so the comments in now. We'll give it away here in a second.
Yep. So the last point from the book. So you learn to code, you build a portfolio, you talk to a recruiter. What now? You have an interview. What do you do?
Yeah. And so like you've learned to code, you've built a portfolio, you've talked to a recruiter. And so these are the steps that you go through. And then you finally got an interview and you're sitting in front of that hiring manager. What do you do? How do you win that? So that's where the rubber meets the road. And when you read the book, it talks to like the strategies involved during the interview. And I can promise you this, I have seen Coder Founder student after Coder Founder student use this and get a job. And I've seen Coder Founder students not do this and not get a job.
Exactly.
That's why I know
people that have been good developers too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like because they don't follow this. It's kind of
they just don't get it because it is so hard. And so like the technique is how you leverage your portfolio as an actual sales tool in an interview, because an interview is a sales job. And most people don't do that. Most people walk into an interview and they just listen to what the interviewer says. Interview asks them questions and they answer, and they ask them questions and they answer. And so they let the interviewer control the interview. In the book, we're going to teach you how to control that interview. And this is the thing that we do inside of Coder Foundry. I actually have 6 students right now that I meet with every week, walking them through these techniques and trying to get them ready to be interviewed. And so it involves you being brave and then going against like normal, like preconceived social norms. So like when you go to an interview, you shake your hand, you sit down, you shut up. And that's a social norm. But it's okay to violate some social norms because they want to see what you have. And so like you want to let your portfolio lead first. And this book talks about how you do that, how you make that portfolio into a sales job. So really the book is the social stuff that we do inside of Coder Foundry in a book that you don't have to come to the boot camp necessarily to get it. But if you want to come to the boot camp in person, then we do that with you on a weekly basis. So that's kind of cool.
Cool. So yes, putting in multiple things in the chat doesn't give you multiple entries. But Brian putting in period 15 times doesn't get you an extra entry. As long as you said something within the last 15 minutes, it adds you into it. And it's all on Nightbot.
No idea how Nightbot works. But like if Brian wins,
Nightbot's magic.
Maybe it does help. We don't know.
That's probably a bad thing. because then everyone's gonna be spamming periods when we do one of these in the future.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Oh, Randall, really? This is just sad.
Come on, man.
That. Oh, that's pretty funny though. Okay, so let's do the giveaway. We have a few minutes before. Okay, I see 44 eligible people. So you guys are a pretty good shot at this point.
Yeah, pretty
45.
44.
That's 45. So you have a 1 in 45 shot right now. So that's pretty cool.
I see how it works now. It's probably taken of all the things, it's taken a distinct list of the names, and then
Yep.
It doesn't matter how many times. There's no like
exactly. As long as you said something in the last 50 minutes, it does takes that into account. So
cool.
Okay, so for this one too, I don't know what Nightbot considers a regular, but if you are a regular here, this time you actually have a 3 times more chance of winning.
Okay.
So for you guys that are here all the time, you have a 3 times more chance of winning. So hopefully it picks one of you guys. So let's see. I'm gonna go with it. Let's see what happens.
Let's see who
wins.
Malcolmson said John Madden. That's funny.
Okay, we have a winner. Our winner is Andreas5524.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
There we go. Nightbot posted it in here this time too. We didn't post these before.
Okay.
So there you go. Awesome.
So send Kevin an info, and I'll either play Crucible or talk to you.
Send me an email, info@codefoundry.com.
And got a reaction. Our first reaction. Like he couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's awesome. There you go. You win. So, that's awesome.
Looking forward to meet you. Either on Xbox or on Zoom. Either way.
Yep. Just send us an email, info@codefoundry.com, and we'll hook that up. Or if you're on Discord, you can send me a message there too. You can send me a private message, and I'll get that too. So
Nightbot thinks that he got Malcolm's name wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know what we don't control Nightbot, Malcolm. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Nightbot got your name wrong. Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just that's weird. Okay, so Andreas doesn't have Discord, so that's okay. Andreas, just send me an email, info@codefoundry.com with your details. Actually, I don't even need your details. Just send me an email with anything on it, and I'll drop you a Zoom invite back, and we'll set something up, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, and if you want to play Xbox, that's fine, or you just want to chat, that's fine. So either way.
Yeah. And can you put the link for Discord in the chat here?
And if
for us, that'd be awesome. I can't actually find it at the minute.
Okay.
Let me look here. Yeah, Adam, if you could put that for us, that'd be great. Sorry. If you have an invite handy, and then you can join Discord too. So you should be on Discord anyway because it's fun. We have a lot of people on Discord too, and maybe we'll do a Discord giveaway as well.
Yeah, we'll do a lot of Discord giveaway.
We'll probably do another book invite. Yeah, we'll do another book giveaway over on Discord too.
So,
and some stickers. We'll probably give away like a bunch of different versions, books as we run up to the thing. Maybe we'll do one a week or something. That'd be cool.
Right.
Andreas, I am just Doyle on Discord. You'll see me. I'm one of the admins on there.
Cool. He's already in.
Find me. Awesome. So yeah, Wilfredo's upset at Nightbot. They're getting a divorce. I love it. Hey man, I cannot control Nightbot. Nightbot does what it wants to do. I don't control it. But I did give the any of you guys that show up more a 3 times chance in that last one. So that's interesting. It's an interesting little thing that it can do.
All right, so a big announcement before we go. As I wrote the book, Breaking the Code. It'll be in all major retailers June 23rd. It'll be in hardback, paperback, ebook, Audible. There's going to be a companion website that we will put out in Discord and on a permanent link here. We're working on that. And if you sign up for that little form that you fill out there, we will invite a few people from the Discord and our YouTube family to come to the internal book launch, which is a private Zoom call that we're putting together. You get to meet mom and dad and all this kind of people. So it'll be kind of cool, kind of fun. And then there'll be giveaways there as well. We do have limited space for that, but it'll be significant though. I think probably 50 or so.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and grab that, go ahead and do that. And then we'll just pick a few and we'll email you a link to the Zoom call.
Yep. And we'll talk about that tomorrow too, because the website's not actually up yet. It will be up later today or tomorrow. So yeah, if you guys are back again tomorrow.
And then also too, our final announcement was CF International. So if you're an international student and you want to come to the July cohort, we're going to make that available for you depending on your country of origin.
Yep.
I'm still trying to get through that, but I do know that if you're in London, England, the Western Europeans, you're okay.
Yep.
If you're in Iran, I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can do China. But like I'm getting that back from the attorneys. But in general, if you're in one of those countries and you're not in the U.S., Canada, or you should be able to come to Coder Foundry. So there are some stipulations on that. No loans, no ISAs, has to be cash, and we can't do promised placements in that those other countries. We're just not that big. So if that all works for you, you still have to get in. You still have to get accepted. Just reach out to coderfoundry.com/virtual, and we would like to talk to you. So that's kind of cool.
Go to coderfoundry.com/virtual and you can start the process there, and you can speak to admissions, and you can actually maybe even get to speak with the artist that drew the Spider-Man from the book. Natasha. That would be pretty awesome, Natasha.
So but I want to save the picture of Spider-Man for the book. So like maybe you'll buy the book.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But finally, I want to be clear on this. We cannot do remote placements. And outside the U.S. If you're in the U.S., we can, and we're working with students I think all over the country now.
Yep.
We do work with you on those U.S. based placements because that's something we can do, but we can't do it in other countries. I mean, we're not bilingual. There's just a lot of problems for us navigating those waters. So we just don't want to promise it. Only thing we can promise you if you're from outside the U.S. is the education. And so we can do it from Indy, I think, Maverick. I'm not sure. I do need to get clarification on that. But I wanted to let everyone know up front so that you could go ahead and apply. It doesn't cost you anything to apply. And then if you get accepted, then we'll make sure that the country origin's okay for us to operate.
Yep.
So, all right.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. I'm hoping that the announcement was worth the wait. Tech Estevan.
What was the announcement again? You got a book or something?
We bought a book. We made a book. So it's kind of cool.
Let's see. It's hot off the presses. I love that it came in 10 minutes before the show.
20 minutes ago, or like less than an hour ago. Most people haven't even held in their hands. So this is the paperback. The hardback will be out soon. And but check us out on Amazon. We'll send you more information.
But don't pre-order, please. Wait till the week off. It'll help us, and it'll be 10 times. Actually, it'll be 90% off for you too the first week.
99 cents for the ebook, which I think is a fantastic deal. We just want to help people, but it does help us. And if you can help me, and if you like anything that we're doing, we want to get Amazon bestseller status. So if you buy a 99 cents ebook, that would help us along our way. If you don't have any, but if you want a paperback, we'd be honored if you want to buy our book in paperback or something like that. So, but we do want to make it easily available in the first week.
Definitely.
I had to work hard with the publisher to get that done. So, and that's just my philosophy in life, is that this information that we give it away on YouTube is free. This just puts it into a concise format that you can reference and read. So I think it'd be highly useful to you. So
Cap is asking if we get it signed. We may do something with that too. We may do because we're gonna get a bunch of them, and we may do some sign. We'll definitely be giving every one that we give away will be signed.
Yes.
But we may do some other stuff too, where you can actually buy a signed one. We'll see.
Yeah, this is my first book, so I'm just trying to figure out how do we navigate those waters. But yeah, we'll try to figure that out and get signed copies out to people. We may have a website for that. We'd have to do that outside of Amazon or something like that, probably.
Yep, probably. We'll probably have to do fulfillment with that.
So
cool.
Awesome. Right, cool. All right. Well, good luck, guys. If I say, just keep on coding, and we'll talk to you later.
See you tomorrow.